Hey there, today we will explore string data type. Now in our previous videos we have already covered the primitive data types. Now what were the primitive data types? These were int, long, byte, short, float, double, boolean and char. Now what is a string? A string is nothing but sequence of character. And the way of declaring a string variable is pretty simple. We will simply type in the class name string and then we will give the name of the variable. For example, we will give the name of the variable as var and we will initialize this with a very simple message as hello world. Alright, so this seems to be good enough and then we will try to print this on our console. So this is an extremely simple and easy to understand program and this should print hello world on the console. So this is awesome. Now friends, when we have checked the char data type, we have came across with something known as Unicode, right? So as a string is a sequence of characters, we can definitely make use of these Unicode symbol. Now from here, let us take this particular symbol, which is something known as right pointing double arrow quotation mark, and the code is 00BB. Alright, so in here, let me type in slash small case u 00BB. Alright, so I suppose this should work, and here is the hello world and double right arrows. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Now friends, when you deal with this Unicode, there might happen that many of the Unicode is not working in your program, and the reason could be your editor and the encoding scheme provided by your IDE and things like that. In our case, this particular Unicode worked properly. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Now moving forward, let us do something interesting. Alright, so moving forward, let us do something interesting. First of all, I will rename this var with var1 and let us update the value of this string with 10 maybe. Alright, and let me copy this line of code and I will paste it once again in here, and the variable name would be var2 this time, and we will update the value with 20. Now for example, if I say var1 plus var2, then what would be the output? Now definitely here is a catch. var1 and var2 are string entities, right? So var1 and var2 are string entities, right? And the plus operator is a overloaded operator. This could add two entities and this could also concatenate two entities. So in here, as these two variables are string, the output would be 1020, because in here this is simply concatenating var1 with var2. Now for example, if we get rid of this double quotes, then the value for this var1 and var2 would be int entities, right? But if we try to execute this program, there would be a crash. Why? The issue is because string entities or string variable are not capable of storing int values. Now in here, let us do one more thing. Let me convert var2 with a string, but we will convert var1 as a int entity. Then what would be the output? Now moving forward, if we execute this program, then what would be the output? The output would be unchanged. It would be 2030. Now the reason is pretty simple. One of this operand is a string. So whenever there is a operand which is a string, then the other operand would be also typecasted and converted to a string. Now what is typecasting? Typecasting is interconversion of data type, and we will discuss about typecasting more in our forthcoming videos. Now in here, for example, I update this particular operation from var1 plus 20, then the output would be definitely 30, because the value of var1 is 10 and we are simply adding 20 with 10. And moving forward, if we, for example, add a string again, then the whole operation will work properly. First of all, we would be getting the output 30, addition of variable 1 with 20, and then we would be concatenating the string. So this would be 30 high. So here is the catch. And here is the point. Whenever there are operands, and one of the operands is a string, the other operand would be converted to be a string if possible. Alright, so this was a short video on a string, and definitely string is a greater topic and we will discuss more about a string in our forthcoming videos. This was simply the basics of a string, how we can deal with a string, how we will declare a string, and moreover, let me also show you one more thing. The proper way to declare a string could be like this. We can also type in new string, and in between pair of parentheses we should type in the string hello world. So this is the proper way to declare a string, and this will definitely give us a proper output. Let me show you where, and this will give us a proper output. Here is the output. So this is the way how we should declare a string ideally. But even if we directly initialize this, even that should work. The overall point is string is a class and we can do much more than simply declaring a string. We can perform some string operations as well. There are many methods which is available to us to deal with string operations, and that is something which we will check in greater detail in our forthcoming videos. So this was Chand from Study Easy signing off. Take care and have a nice day.